Hello, today I'm looking at Majjhima number 46, which is the Mahadhammasamadana Sutta, which translated as the greater discourse on ways of undertaking things. Now the location is Savatthi in Jetta's Grove in Anathapindika's Park, and the people involved are Buddha and his followers. And Buddha's addressing his followers. And he starts off by saying, for the most part, beings have this wish, desire and longing. If only unwished for, undesired, disagreeable things would diminish, and wished for, desired and agreeable things would increase. Yet despite this, unwished for, disagreeable things increase, and wished for, agreeable things diminish. Why is this? The followers ask Buddha to explain why. Buddha continues, an untaught ordinary person, undisciplined in the Dhamma, does not know what things should be cultivated and what things should not be cultivated. He does not know what should be followed and what things should not be followed. So he cultivates things that should not be cultivated and does not cultivate things that should be cultivated. He follows things that should not be followed and does not follow things that should not be followed. Maybe does not follow things that should be followed. It is because of this unwished for, undesired, disagreeable things increase, and wished for, desired things and agreeable things diminish. And why is that? This is what happens to one who does not see. Buddha then relates the opposite condition. For one who is skilled and disciplined in the Dhamma, he knows what to cultivate and what not to cultivate, what to follow and what not to follow. And knowing this, he cultivates things that should be cultivated and follows things that should be followed. It is because of this that unwanted for things diminish and agreeable things increase. Buddha goes on, there are four ways of undertaking these things, undertaking things that are painful now and ripen in the future as pain. There is a way of undertaking things that is pleasant now and ripens in the future as pain. There is a way of undertaking things that is painful now and ripens in the future as pleasure. And lastly, there is a way of undertaking things that is pleasant now and ripens in the future as pleasure. And people who are ignorant and do not see the truth, things that are painful now and ripen in the future as pain, they cultivate it, do not avoid it, so the unwished for, undesired, and disagreeable things increase and wished for, desirable things decrease. The sutta continues to outline the effect of ignorance with pleasure diminishing, pain increasing. Conversely, one who is wise, one who sees, knowing this way of undertaking things that are painful now and ripen in the future as pain, he understands it as it actually is. The wise person does not cultivate it, but avoids it. And because he does, the undesired, disagreeable things diminish, the desired, agreeable things increase. And then again, this is repeated for the other three cases with pleasant leading to pain, pain leading to pleasure, and pleasure leading to pleasure. Each time stating that the pain decreases and pleasure increases for one who is wise and sees. Buddha then exemplifies the way of undertaking things that are painful now and ripen in the future as pain. This is one who kills living beings, takes that which is not freely given, misconducts himself in sensual pleasure, speaks falsehoods maliciously, harshly, gossips, is covetous, has a mind of ill will, and holds wrong view. That's the person who finds it painful now and ripens in the future as pain. This person, after dissolution of the body, that is in death, reappears in a state of deprivation, in perdition, even in hell. The next example is for pleasant now and ripen in the future as pain. This is the person who enjoys killing living beings, enjoys stealing and so on. he too will end up in an unhappy destination, even in hell. And in the case of being painful now and in the future pleasure, this is someone in pain and grief, abstains from killing living beings, and he experiences pain and grief that have abstention from killing living beings as a condition. Similarly, in pain and grief, he abstains from taking what is not given, abstains from misconduct in sensual pleasure, abstains from speaking falsehoods, and so on. He does not have a mind of ill will, he holds right view, and he experiences pain and grief that have right view as a condition. On dissolution of the body, that is, after death, he reappears in a happy destination, even in the heavenly world. In the case of being pleasant now and ripening in the future as pleasure, this is someone who in pleasure and joy abstains from killing living beings, experiences pleasure and joy that have abstention from killing living beings as a condition. Similarly, he experiences pleasure and joy, abstaining from taking that which is not freely given, and so on. There then follows a simile delivered by Buddha. The way of undertaking things that are painful now and ripen in the future as pain is like a man who wants to live, not die, is offered a bitter gourd mixed with poison. He's told the nature of it, and if he drinks it, it will kill him. And even though it tasted horrible, he drinks it and dies. And to illustrate undertaking things now that are pleasant and ripen to pain, he recounts of a man wanting to live and not to die, wanting pleasure and recoiling from pain. He is offered a cup of a beverage that is a good colour, good smell and good taste, but mixed with poison. He is told that it will taste good, but eventually the poison will kill him. Even so, the man accepts the drink, enjoys it, but then dies from the poison. That is, this is the way of undertaking things that are pleasant now and ripen in the future as pain. Next, suppose there was fermented urine mixed with various medicines, and a man sick with jaundice is offered the potion, told that it will smell and taste horrible, but will make him well. And so the man drinks it, hates the taste and smell, but becomes well. And this is the way of undertaking things that are painful now and ripen in the future as pleasure. Lastly, suppose there was a drink made up of curd, honey, ghee and molasses, and a man with dysentery was offered it, saying he will enjoy it and it will make him well. So he drinks it, enjoys it, and it does make him well. This is the way of undertaking things that are pleasant now and ripen in the future as pleasure. So, Buddha concludes, just as the sun breaking through towards the end of the rainy season, dispelling all darkness, shining, beaming, and becoming radiant, so too the way of undertaking things that is pleasant now and ripens in the future dispels with its shining, beaming, and radiance any other doctrines whatsoever of ordinary recluses and Brahmins. And there ends Majjhima Nikaya number 46. Thanks for watching.